Good morning. Welcome to Arc Cincinnati. I'm Jen Dalton.
And I'm Bob Herzog. The music of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons comes to life in a production of Jersey Boys. And just ahead, we'll be chatting with the cast of that production that's happening at La Comedia Dinner Theatre.
That was my dad's favorite. Also, big news for the orange and blue. We break down a game-changing announcement we could hear today. Will we hear it?
But first, let's see what's brewing in the Tri-State. Sorry, SNL 50
I was just going to say, was that a nod to your
on my
SNL?
mind. Yeah, and I don't know if they even did that skit last night or not.
They did, I believe.
But this is another wacky thing that happened over the weekend beyond the SNL 50 celebration. The weather, just one of the most unusual weather patterns the Tri-State, at least from my point of view, because within a few hours yesterday, we went from thunderstorms, I mean rain, I mean puddles in my backyard, to 2 to 4 inches of snow on the ground in a great big hurry. Roads were a little dicey early yesterday, and one of the reasons crews were unable to pre-treat streets because of all that rain.
We wanted to take a look at some of the photos that you sent us yesterday after the storm. Take a look at how fast snow piled up on Kathy's deck there.
Do you see the Bigfoot?
I do see the Bigfoot second. That's fantastic. We also appreciate that, Bigfoot Kathy. How about this snowman sent to us by Riley?
Oh,
That is so cute. Keep the pictures coming at local12.com/chime-in.
Tara, get in here.
You posted the exact thing that my husband said. Bob just posted what you literally just said, because I went out and I let the dog out at like 6 o'clock Sunday morning.
Yeah.
It was raining. Went back to bed for like 45 minutes, looked out, and it was snowing. I'm like, what just happened?
And
what happened?
Powerful.
We knew,
front.
like we talked about snow on Sunday. It was more, I said this to somebody earlier, you know, I know Santa is coming on Christmas, but I'm still sort of amazed by it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I knew there was going to be snow. It's just, it had been so much rain. I thought any snow that's going to fall, at least it feels like most of it should just melt, you know, when it hits the ground or whatever. I looked out and it was just a fresh blanket. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. It was super wet snow. We had a good bit of moisture.
Good for snowmen.
Cold front.
Yes.
Good for snowmen, as you were just saying.
Yeah.
And the wind. The wind did not help us. It just got stuck everywhere. So that is what led to the issues, because I looked outside, it was coming down. I was like, okay. All of a sudden, couldn't see the roads. All of a sudden, it's actually starting to stick and pile up a little bit. And I thought, no, come on. The rain should have helped us. It should have, but it just wasn't.
It didn't as much as I thought it would.
Quite right.
Yeah.
And the talk of more snow has a lot of people freaked out too.
I was just going to say, could you, I don't know if we planned for that, but could you tell us just really quickly what to expect?
That's exactly what I talked to Tanner about. He was like, do you think you need to come on and talk? And I said, people want to know what's next. Because we just can't seem to get a break this winter. So I want to remind you too that flooding is ongoing. We've got minor to moderate flooding for the Ohio River and the Kentucky River and surrounding areas. So please keep that in mind. But we're going to add moisture on Wednesday. And Wednesday has been consecutively an issue in the way of wild weather. I don't think this is a huge event, partly because temperatures are helping us out a little bit. We've got drier air in place and we're going to be really cold. So very cold air is not going to have as much moisture with it. So that should help us out for numbers. But this is going to get started very early on Wednesday, maybe as early as 1 a.m. I think increasing about 4 a.m. as it looks right now. Continuing through the morning, so this could impact schools because of that if roads aren't treated, and secondary roads never are for morning times because they don't have enough time. But then we get into that number of about 1 to 3, maybe an isolated 4 farther south. South will have the highest amounts, and then it's gone in the afternoon. But we could still obviously have issues for businesses and for schools with those untreated roads.
But at least they know it's coming, and we're not going to have the rain to deal with like we did yesterday. I looked at being a traffic person, I looked at the roads yesterday, and they were an absolute mess early. But it was because of the rain. So this hopefully won't be as bad, or at least they'll be able to treat it better.
Yeah, they have much more time to treat. Right, because the rain is going to wash it away.
Speaking of rain, just very quickly, did you see all the pictures and videos coming out of parts of Kentucky?
Well, they've been slammed almost more than us here recently. They got the big snow. They've gotten big rain. They got more big rain. Now they're getting the snow. They're getting bigger snow than we are. So it's a real mess with a lot of warnings for flooding far south.
And there are areas that are closed for high water around Kentucky. They've got that all on the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet page. So.
Be careful out there, everybody. All right.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Thanks.
She's got to go keep doing more work, and she'll be back in the 9 to break that all down again.
Sure.
Well, freezing and thawing water causes serious problems on the roads. And you may have noticed more potholes in your neighborhood. And it's important to keep an eye out for them. On average, potholes cost drivers around $26 billion in car damage each year, with the average repair costing around $600. That's no joke. And if you live in the city of Cincinnati, the Cincinnati limits, you can report a pothole on your street by calling 311 or by visiting 311cincy.com.
I almost feel like it's going to get worse
Cincinnati city limits,
before it gets better. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
we're going to have another round coming and going and all that kind of stuff. I had on Queen City, what was it, last year or year before last, where I hit just a monster one coming around a bend, and it jacked up my car, but good.
Yeah. Did you have to go get repairs?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was, it messed with the wheel well or whatever. But
Yeah, there's some roads where, like North Bend Road going towards Finneytown, there are not big ones, but there's just so many little ones. I feel like you're like just constantly jarred all over the place.
Bad spot, Western Hills Viaduct, as you're coming inbound.
Yeah.
You're going to stay up on the top deck as you're coming across to Central.
Big one?
Just a mess. Like three or four of them all in a row. And the thing is, you're packed 3 lanes wide, and then you're trying to...
You can't get around it.
Yeah. So be careful, everybody. Yeah. Hey, Great Parks of Hamilton County offers free admission on a few days throughout the year, and today just happens to be one of those days where you don't need a vehicle permit on your car. It's for Random Acts of Kindness Day. You can visit places such as Winton Woods, Miami Whitewater Forest, Woodland Mound, no charge. Going to be a little chilly. The next free day is on Earth Day, April 22nd, when you can maybe do something more like that. I have a feeling not many joggers going to be out in those spots today, but, they always have something to do, even if there's snow on the ground.
I just got my pass in the mail.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I always go up to the dog park.
Nice.
And you have to have a pass to get in there. And
Sure.
They'll mail it to you. It's nice and easy. But it's nice if you want to just check one out and you don't want to have to buy a pass.
Yeah, so many parks in it, whether it's a city park, whether it's Hamilton County parks. We have an abundance of beautiful parks in the area. Yeah.
Yes, we do. All right, we also have the scoop on a local ice cream shop. The Cone has a new owner. We can all breathe a sigh of relief. The ice cream stand in Westchester went up for sale in September after 50 years being owned and operated by the Wren family. Interest was overwhelming, we're told, but the owners were committed to finding the right person to continue their legacy. The new owners, Mike and Beth Haight, say that it is an honor to follow in the Wren family's footsteps and continue tradition. They say people will still find the same menu items they know and love. I think that's so important to go in and say, we're not going to make these drastic changes. We're going to keep the Cone.
It's not broke.
Yeah.
It's not broke. Don't fix it.
Right.
And that they felt that the original owners feel like they found the right people.
It's a win-win-win for everybody.
Is good news. And I think we're all ready for the time when Cone's back open, the other ice cream places are back open, and the weather's a little warmer and all the things. But it is just President's Day after all, and that means a different annual local tradition is wrapping up for the year. It's your last chance to get one of these things, cherry thing-a-ling at Schmidt Bakery in Batesville. These cherry fritters are only available for one weekend a year, and they have become a bit of an obsession in the tri-state. Schmidt Bakery open bright and early, 4 a.m. They will stay open until 6 o'clock this evening. Just look at the wall, the Great Wall of Thing-a-lings. The bakery posted on their Facebook page yesterday. Looks like we might be having a little trouble putting that up. There it is. There it is.
I got one of those boxes.
I know you did.
I'm telling you, next year, I know, it cost me $20 shipping. That's ridiculous. But they had to get it their priority because they don't want to make it, you don't want like 4-day-old thing-a-lings.
You don't.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't want your thing-a-lings just sitting around.
You don't want your thing-a-lings just sitting around. You want them right there. Yep, you need them fresh. And so they got them to me. But I do it once a year. That's the first time I've ever done that. And it was totally worth it not having to stand like 2 hours in line.
It is. But I will say, there's something to be said for the camaraderie.
Oh, no, I agree.
If that's
something that you enjoy.
Yes. Being out with the people in Batesville.
But we're not near Batesville. I mean, I could drive out there.
Yeah.
But
it's nice that they make it available to folks who cannot get out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I brought some in here.
You can order ones that got chocolate drizzle on them too.
I didn't know that. How did I miss that?
At least you could, unless they stopped doing it.
Although I've still got some. I froze them because they're sitting around. I'm like, I'm not wasting these. These cost $20 to be shipped. I'm not wasting these. So I still have one. If anybody here didn't get any, I'll bring them in.
Normally, if you're freezing your thing-a-ling, you got problems. But in this case, it all works out.
Okay.
All right.
All right. After that, time now is 8:09, taking a live look at Goodyear, Arizona. Sun has not risen there yet. This is where the Cincinnati Reds, of course, will be waking up for the first full squad workout. And we check in with our Yanni Tregellis, who is in Goodyear with the team. That's next on Arc Cincinnati.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
No, but that describes my teenage years perfectly.
Person, place, or thing. Today at 5 on Star 64.
When it comes to the feud,
if you built a love shack, what would you be sure to have in it?
you either nail it
I bet.
or fail it.
A big chicken. Kitchen.
You're gonna have a big chicken in there.
Family Feud.
Tonight starting at 5:30 on Star 64.
And I'm Nate, and we're the local twin brothers, making it easy to sell your property. At CVG Home Buyers, we make it hassle-free with an all-cash offer, and we close when you're ready. We're cash home buyers, so don't make any repairs, and you don't pay any closing costs. We're local, and we've dealt with every challenge: foreclosures, back taxes, and even vacant or inherited houses. You'll talk directly with Nick and I, and we'll put our experience to work for you.
Call 513-401-6447. That's 401-6447.
At Lindner Center of Hope, we're more than a mental health center. We're your steadfast source of clarity, hope, and guidance. Our commitment to individualized mental health care is unwavering. We prioritize your being through innovative treatments and compassionate expertise. Every journey is unique. We see you and offer a nurturing light along your path to mental health and healing. Lindner Center of Hope, illuminating pathways to a healthier, happier community. Visit us at LindnerCenterofHope.org. Your journey to hope starts here.
Teasdale Fenton's air duct cleaning services rid your home of unwanted contaminants that can cause various respiratory issues for you and your family.
As a busy mom, I would highly recommend Teasdale Fenton to my friends and family.
Visit our website or call now to schedule air duct cleaning today.
Young Sheldon and The Big Bang Theory. Tonight starting at 7 on Star 64.
With True Green, we got a great price on a golf course quality lawn,
which attracted golfers.
Morning.
Who needs a warm-up?
PGA Tour quality lawns for as little as $1 a day.
Great American Ballpark on your screen right now. It won't be long. Ladies and gentlemen, it will not be long until our Red Legs are back out on the field playing a little baseball. The other takeaway I have from this view, though, look at the Ohio River right now. Look how high up it is running on the suspension bridge. Gives you a really good feel for what we're talking about when we talk about the rivers running a little high and a little quickly over the next couple of days. It's going to continue to be something we watch for very closely as more precipitation is expected this week. Tara Blake will be back in our 9 o'clock hour to tell us all about that. But let's talk about those Cincinnati Reds. Rest of the team will be joining pitchers and catchers at spring training this morning in Goodyear, Arizona.
Yeah, Local 12 sports reporter Yanni Tregellis got to see them in action. He's lucky enough to be out there, and he shares the focus for today.
Well, good morning from Goodyear, Arizona. Monday morning, the day Reds fans have been waiting for, the official start of spring training 2025. As for what was going on Sunday here in Goodyear, was the final day of just pitchers and catchers on the field. We got to see some live batting practice with Nick Lodolo, Brent Suter, Emilio Pagan, and Alexis Diaz throwing, and I'll tell you, they looked good. They did not look like it was just mid-February. As for what to expect today, some injury notes that people have been keeping their eyes on all throughout the offseason. Matt McClain, of course, missed all of last year with that injury. He's going to start working into second base later on this afternoon. And then Rhett Lauder, the young pitcher who wowed Reds fans last season, coming back this year, a potential Rookie of the Year candidate. He had a little bit of a setback last week. He wasn't throwing throughout the weekend. Today, though, he will start his throwing exercise, so a lot to be excited for as the Reds start off spring training 2025. We're going to keep you updated throughout the week on everything going on here in Goodyear. Reporting from Goodyear, Yanni Tregellis, Local 12 Sports. Back to you.
Yanni out there in the short sleeves.
Look at that.
Hey, to celebrate the arrival of Reds position players at camp on Saturday, the team shared a playful school photo thread capturing the fun first day of school spirit as everybody gets out there ready to play ball. I love it.
I love it. That's funny. That's cute. It's fun to see they have to be so serious throughout the year, obviously, but to see the fun side too.
But they play baseball, man. I mean, how great is that? You know what I mean? Like if that's your deal, you've obviously worked very hard to do that, all of the things, but you get to play baseball.
I know.
It's the best.
It's very serious
I know.
when you're out there, though, right?
Oh, I hope they're still having fun, right?
Oh, no, I hope they're having fun. But I just mean it's a serious thing. Like, you got to, just seeing them in a different light, maybe. Yeah. That's what I meant. I don't know. Play baseball. Well, it's a busy week for the guys that get to play football or soccer. For the Orange and Blue, FC Cincinnati will be on the road with the CONCACAF. Let me say it fast. The CONCACAF game in Honduras.
Tegucigalpa.
This Wednesday. I love Tegucigalpa.
Right,
yeah.
right there.
And then, just 3 days later, FC Cincinnati is going to return home to TQL Stadium. That's right, the home opener is this Saturday. Ooh. And we will start off with a challenge. We will be taking on the New York Red Bulls, who made it all the way to the MLS Cup Finals last year. Kickoff this Saturday is set for 7:30, and there will be, of course, the pre-match party at Washington Park starting at 4, which I recommend you go to if you've never been before. It's so much fun. Do the march, but bundle up because right now it looks like it's in like the
that's nippy.
30s
that is
or something.
That is a nippy first game. For real.
I say I want snow. Like, if it's going to be cold, just bring some snow. Do like I've never seen them playing soccer.
Yeah, that would be intense, to be there watching the game. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
That's you're right, Bengals game.
But if you march over, there's a camaraderie and a warmth.
Scarf and a hat.
The warmth of the people.
Stop by the station here. We'll fit you with some stuff.
Don't do that, because
I know,
people will come for it.
We only have like one thing.
News from FC Cincinnati was dominated last week by the departure of team captain Lucho Acosta. But this morning, we may meet his replacement. Mm-hmm. Several outlets, like ESPN, say FC Cincinnati has already penned a $12 million deal to pick up midfielder Evander de Silva Ferreira, known simply by fans as Evander. He had previously played for the Portland Timbers. Last season, he recorded 15 goals, 19 assists, and was in serious consideration for league MVP. Whoa. As of right now, FC Cincinnati leadership have not made any public statement about picking up Evander. But the Brazilian-born player made this cryptic post on Instagram last night. It simply reads, "Tomorrow." Well, that's big. That's big news. When you're getting a guy on the team who's really known just by the one name, that's a big deal.
You get anybody with one name.
It's big.
And this just in. I'm told meteorologist Brad Mousehart, formerly here of Local 12, is watching our show this morning. Good morning, Brad. It's nice to have you back in town. He's in town.
Welcome back.
And he says, quote, he should be really good. I mean.
And think about it. Brad Mousehart, known as Bad News Brad, and he says something is good. So you can take that to the bank.
And he knows things. He knows a lot of things. Yeah.
Especially about FC Cincinnati.
Well, that's what I mean. He's very big into FC Cincinnati. Big. Often when he's at a game, I don't care what city it's in, they'll show him.
Have you seen his hair lately?
He's
glorious. Like a Viking. Mm-hmm. It's fantastic.
Don't tell my husband, because my husband's trying to grow it out like that, and it's not working.
Every bit of it.
Brad, what are you doing here? You need to be a guest.
It's not working.
Let's figure out a reason.
That's hilarious. Hey, college basketball fans, have a long time until the next Crosstown shootout, but UC and Xavier, they're going to meet off the court in a very different competition. Bearcats and Musketeers facing off in a card game, euchre specifically, with a chance to win a $1,000 scholarship.
So cool.
UC's Euchre Club hosted the second annual Crosstown Euchre Tournament at Linder Hall yesterday. Winners not only received $1,000 toward their education, but they could move on to the regional tournament. Teams that win at regional get a chance to compete in this year's World Euchre Championship in Wisconsin. I wonder why the World Euchre Championship is played in Wisconsin.
Why not? Euchre and cheese.
Yeah.
Don't you always play euchre when you play euchre?
I used to play, but it's been so long since I've played, I don't really remember how to play.
I have never played, and I've always wanted to.
But
it's
a good
I'm not
game.
Patient.
Yeah. Oh, no, you would pick it up fast, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. I did play Texas Hold'em.
Oh, and you were very good at it, were you not?
Yes, for a brief period of time, I was.
For one
Then I realized that if I kept going, I probably would have gambling problems.
Some problems, okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Euchre's a fun game.
Okay,
yeah, especially, you got a buddy who's your partner or whatever. It's good.
Getting together.
Yeah. But I've not played. I bet I haven't played euchre in 25 years.
Really?
Yeah, I bet it's been that long. Sometimes if you got a really good, you're like, I'll go alone. Your partner sits down. Things like I remember that. That's all I got.
Okay.
Going alone.
Well, we're not going to go it alone throughout the show.
No.
Because we're going to have some guests coming up. So
good.
stick around for that. Time
That was
now
a professional broadcast transition.
I really tried.
That was really good.
8:19 right now. It may be the dead of winter, but we are celebrating the 4 seasons. Oh, not everybody can write something like that.
I'm telling you.
That Tanner wrote that. We go behind the curtain of a local production of Jersey Boys. It is just ahead. I love this show, by the way.
During Sleep Outfitters President's Day sale, find dream deals store-wide. Save up to $800 on select adjustable sets from Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy. Now at Sleep Outfitters, the way mattress shopping should be.
Okay, so who started this awkward age business? Is it awkward that I like taking a chance now and then? That I like doing my own thing? Is it awkward that I'm no longer that little kid? That maybe mom's not quite ready for this? Okay, so it's awkward. And I'm all right with that. The bigger they get, the more they need a little adventure.
That was so cool. If you haven't called Senior Life Insurance Company for your free quote, you're probably paying too much. Senior Life was able to get this 65-year-old woman a $10,000 immediate benefit whole life plan for under $41 a month. She saved over $450 a year by choosing Senior Life. Some competitors cost twice as much. This 65-year-old man was paying almost $110 a month before he called Senior Life. We were able to cut his rate to $52, saving him almost $700 a year. These low rates are locked in, and so is the coverage amount. Hundreds of thousands of seniors have taken advantage of our low-cost plans built with seniors' budgets in mind. We saved this couple almost $1,400 a year with more coverage compared to what they were paying. Call now to find out if Senior Life Insurance Company can cut your rate in half. The quote is absolutely free. Switch to Senior Life and stop paying too much. Call now.
During Sleep Outfitters President's Day sale, get any size mattress for the twin size price. That's up to 50% off most Sealy or Encore mattresses. Queen start at just $199. Now at Sleep Outfitters, the way mattress shopping should be.
Welcome back, everybody. Looking up toward Oxford this morning. We don't have any need for the nice lights they always have up. The sun is up and looks nice, but I'm telling you what, it is cold out there again this morning. Midweek snow is coming your way as well, and the snow that we have out there right now doesn't look like it's going anywhere. So anyway, you'll want to stick around for more of the forecast in our 9 o'clock hour this morning. I know a lot of people are wondering whether hump day might be another day off for the kiddos, so we'll talk about that coming up.
Well, it's hard to believe that we are nearly two-thirds of the way through February, and this month we've been bringing you stories about local figures in Black history.
And with Reds opening day right around the corner, let's take a look at a local baseball legend.
Sponsored by McDonald's.
Chuck Harmon was the first African-American player for the Cincinnati Reds. The Washington, Indiana native made the Reds roster in 1954 after stops in the Negro League, the Canadian American League, and the Texas League. Described as a versatile player, Harmon played in both the infield and the outfield. On April 17, 1954, Harmon was called on to pinch hit in a game against the Braves. On that day, he became the first African-American to ever wear a Reds uniform in a regular season game. Harmon was traded to the Cardinals in 1956. He would eventually retire from professional baseball in 1961 after playing in nearly 300 major league games. Harmon passed away in 2019 at the age of 94. I'm Kyle Linsky from Local 12 News, and that's your Black History Fact of the Day.
Kyle's doing such a great job with those.
All the pieces have been great.
Yep. Well, let's take a look at how you can celebrate Black History Month this week.
Yeah, here are a few events centered about Black history that we found happening in the Tri-State. We'll start with an event aimed at homeschoolers. Kenton County Library is hosting an Underground Railroad walking tour for teens. It's this Friday at 2 p.m. On this tour, students will learn about the history of the Underground Railroad alongside the Ohio River. Siblings and parents are invited, but there will be some heavy topics, as you might imagine, so this is recommended for grades 6 to 12.
And the Kenton County Library's Erlanger branch is hosting a Lunch and Learn this Friday. It's called How I Got My Name. This is a short one-man play centered around the story of William Wells Brown, who was the first published African-American novelist and playwright. The event is this Friday at noon at the library's Bronte Room. Lunch will be provided, but you do need to register in advance, and we have a link to do that at local12.com under the Get It Now links.
And now to a celebration of music. History of Black music, the Giants of Jazz, is taken to the stage at the historic Memorial Hall in Over the Rhine. In this show, the Ron Jones Quartet will take you through a brief historical journey of Black music. The concert starts at 7 p.m. tonight.
The largest recorded slave escape took place in Boone County. Kentucky All or Nothing tells the story of the escape of 28. It was filmed partially in Boone County, and the film features actors from the Cincinnati Black Theater Company.
It'll be showing in the 20th Century Theater in Oakley on February 27th. Doors open at 6. The film starts at 7, and afterward you can learn more about the story with a panel discussion. Advance tickets are $20, $25 at the door. That one caught my eye earlier when we talked about it. I'm unfamiliar with that part of our history.
Yeah, I don't know that story.
And I don't know how long it took to put the film together and all that kind of thing. So I think that one sounds really fascinating. Yeah.
There's a lot of great stuff going on this week.
826, A Beloved Show is coming to La Comedia Theatre. We chat with the cast of Jersey Boys, or at least 2 of the 4, coming up next. Stay with us.
A new year means new adventures. Be ready for anything in a Ford SUV. Excitement awaits with big savings on a new Ford Explorer, Escape, or Bronco Sport. Go over any type of terrain with Ford's exclusive GOAT modes. Conquer every mile. Unleash your potential. Save like never before. Ford SUVs. Now you're ready for anything. Now get a Ford Escape with $4,000 total cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Rain, sleet, or snow, don't choose favorites. They love every house, no matter the color or area they're located. And there's no magic umbrella that's going to protect your basement's foundation. Moisture is going to find you, but we're going to find you too. EverDry Waterproofing. From the city to suburbs and even the most rural areas, EverDry Waterproofing will be there, wherever you live. Rain's not picky, but you should be. Call the industry leader, EverDry Waterproofing, for a free home inspection today. Remember, it's not dry
Until it's ever dry.
You waited for it, so we made it worth the wait. The President's Day sale is going on now at Big Sandy. Start with up to 20% off comparable market prices. Plus, get up to an additional 10 to 15% off. Save $250 on a 3-piece queen bedroom, now $9.99. Get the nightstand free. Buy this iAmerica sofa for $9.99. Get the matching chaise free. And up to 5 years interest free at Big Sandy Superstore.
At Lindner Center of Hope, we're more than a mental health center. We're your steadfast source of clarity, hope, and guidance. Our commitment to individualized mental health care is unwavering. We prioritize your well-being through innovative treatments and passionate expertise. Every journey is unique. We see you and offer a nurturing light along your path to mental health and healing. Lindner Center of Hope, illuminating pathways to a healthier, happier community. Visit us at LindnerCenterofHope.org. Your journey to hope starts here.
6 layers?
More.
15 layers?
More.
A zillion layers? Infinity layers!
More. Wait.
My gut feeling is this is the tip of the iceberg.
You want to know what we care about? We care about the truth.
SVU, tonight starting at 8 on Star 64.
All right, good morning and welcome back. I'm Jen Dalton.
And I'm Bob Herzog. Thanks for joining us here on ARC Cincinnati. Oh, get ready. Get ready to hear songs like Sherry, Big Girls Don't Cry, Can't Take My Eyes Off You, so many other hits from Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons.
Oh, my goodness. Jersey Boy is playing right now at La Comedia Dinner Theatre in Springboro. And joining us are 2 of the Four Seasons. We've got Jordan Thomas Burnett and Kyle Brace. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you guys for coming, and you look fantastic.
Look at them.
Thank you.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
We're ready to walk like a man.
Yes, you are.
And I wish, you don't understand, we're not allowed to have like music in the show because of rights, but
kills me.
It kills us that we can't even sing it. But you guys will do that on stage, and we kind of talk a little bit about what the topic is in the title, but for people who may not know a lot about the show, tell us kind of how the journey of the show.
Of course. So the show itself follows 4 guys, Tommy DeVito, Nick Massey, Bob Gaudio, and Frankie Valli, kind of from early in life when they're first figuring things out, developing their sound, and it follows them on their journey until later in life when they really become the 4 Seasons, and they create those songs that we all know and love, like Sherry, Big Girls Don't Cry, all of those big hits that we just mentioned. But within it, you'll also learn more about the group, some of their personal struggles, building up to that success, and kind of the way that they kind of deal with all of those struggles throughout.
And you play Tommy and Nick, correct?
Yes, yes.
So as people come to the show, I was mentioning to you during the commercial break, musical theater, just generally speaking. Some people know the shows because they love musical theater. This is the kind of show where even if it's somebody who got drugged to the theater, dragged out, and they're going to know the music when they walk in the door. Added pressure when you know everybody is ready, probably to start singing along with you.
I feel like in a way it's kind of just extra support. Like you
Yeah.
know that people are here to see the show and hear the music, and they already love it. So I feel like we're just excited to put it on for them.
And we love that extra energy from the audience. I mean, we have people after the shows coming up saying that, oh, I remember seeing Frankie Valli years ago, or I was singing
like 2 years ago.
2 years ago. I remember singing all of his songs. We'll hear him singing right on from the stage. So
Now, because this is dinner theater, maybe a little more laid back, people the wrong idea they should be jumping up on stage or running around, but you have people that are kind of singing along with you during the show.
Oh yeah.
For sure. And do you like that?
We love it.
You do? Okay.
It's great.
It feels like they're into it. You know that they're embracing it and they're into it. Okay.
I mean, that's part of the reason we love doing it, is bringing that joy to the crowds, and you can tell they really have a blast coming and seeing it.
For somebody who's never been to a place like La Comedia Dinner Theatre, talk about how that works. Do people come in and then they have dinner first and then there's the show, or is dinner during the show?
Yeah, so they usually get to the theater about like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours prior. They sit down, they have their salads, it's buffet style, so eventually you get called up to go to the buffet, you get your food, you can get any drinks that you want from the bar. And
and they'll eat, and so it'll start out as a restaurant, and then we kind of switch into a theater mode, a theatrical experience. But lots of great food. There's a signature sweet potato casserole. There's honey Dijon chicken, Swedish meatballs, fried fish. Vegetable medleys, like delicious food.
Well, vegetable medleys, and you guys provide some medleys as well.
We do.
So
where's our drummer?
But for you, part of what people love about the Four Seasons so much is it's such a tight group, and there are such tight harmonies and things like that. How much did it force you all to become closer? Did you know each other before the show, or did you sort of bond here since you've been together in the show?
Yeah, I mean, it was like a 2-week rehearsal process, and through it, we just kind of
2 weeks.
Wow,
that's a quick turn.
Only 2 weeks to put up the show. It's got about 51 scenes, 36 songs, I think, in the whole show. It's a big production, but it's really been a great time.
We're seeing some more photos of you guys during the show. That's wonderful. We were saying before to you guys, and we keep talking about this every time we mention Jersey Boys, it was our dads, who, I don't know about your dad, but my dad wasn't super into the theater.
Yeah.
But this was a show that he
It's a great, like I was saying, it's a great sort of entryway into that world.
Well, and as I was mentioning, I mean, it's very neat because people do know about the Four Seasons, but they don't know all of the personal struggles that they go through. So a lot of the times, this is the 4th time I've ever done the show. Second time.
So that's why you can do it in 2 weeks.
So
it's a little bit easier for you.
But I've had people throughout the years, and even this production, come up to you after, and they're like, I had no clue all of that happened, or I didn't know that they wrote all of those songs or sang them all. And it's a really neat experience, and you really get a feel for their lives as these famous people we know and love, but also just on the human side, and what that all means. So
now, do you guys as actors and singers, do you do a lot around town, or did you come in for this show in particular?
Specifically for
you did,
for
yeah.
This,
where are you from then?
I'm from New Jersey, so
you
it's like in my blood.
He's a true Jersey boy right here. And then I'm based in New York City now, but originally from Erie, Pennsylvania area.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, welcome to our area.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for being here to do this.
And neither one of you had been through La Comedia before, the first show you've done there?
This is my first show.
This is my second show. I was here last season. I did West Side Story.
Oh, wow.
Nice. It was a lot of fun.
But it's been a great experience and a lot of fun. Good group of people, good cast.
Good. And you said good audiences so far. You opened this past weekend and it well received and people really enjoyed it. How long does the show run for?
It's about a 2.5-hour show, and then it runs until from now until the end of March 23rd.
Okay, so plenty of time to see it.
Yeah, basically Thursday through Sunday until March 23rd.
All right, but
so
don't
plenty
wait.
of time.
Don't wait to get the tickets, though.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you can get tickets online by visiting lacomedia.com, and you can even call the box office, which the phone number will be on the website as well.
Appreciate you both. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you all for having us.
Especially, are you guys dark today? Like, is this a day off for you?
We have a day off, but come Thursday.
And you came down here and got off early. God bless you.
Yeah, well,
Appreciate
thanks
you.
for coming down here.
Well, thanks for having us. I hope we can see you in the audience singing along.
Oh, absolutely.
And if the two of us are there, we'll be singing along. For better or for worse, we'll be singing along. It's pushing 8:36 now. Okay, they don't have the same history as the Four Seasons, but just ahead, we got to talk about the Joe Bros. Jonas Brothers and how they're celebrating 20 years of music. That's next on ARC Cincinnati. Stay with us.
Tell me you're a genius without telling me you're a genius.
Oh my God, you look so smart now. Molecules.
Tonight is 7 on Star 64.
On the next, young Sheldon.
What are you doing?
Watching Sheldon struggle with homework. So great.
Sheldon battles with engineering.
And then he ripped up my paper right in front of me. Do you want me to call the school? No, he was in the Army. I want him to think I'm tough.
The next young Sheldon.
Tonight at 7:30.
During Sleep Outfitters President's Day sale, find dream deals store-wide. Save up to $800 on select adjustable sets from Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy. Now at Sleep Outfitters, the way mattress shopping should be.
Garage door problems? Our door's open. Door not budging? Our door's open. Oh yeah, our door's closed too.
A quality garage door and dependable service is more important than you think. Call 513-PDQ-DOOR.
At Silver Fern, they furnish you 2 meals a day.
The food is excellent.
This community is very warm and friendly.
I'm just a person, and they're treating me like a queen.
Silver Fern is great for the elevators, the food, and the people's friendly.
To me, Silver Fern is kindness.
Silver Fern is absolutely heaven.
Since moving to Silver Fern, I no longer feel lonely.
Teasdale Fenton has been providing our neighbors in the tri-state area with premier carpet cleaning and restoration services.
I'm absolutely amazed with our results.
And right now, you can have 5 rooms and a hallway cleaned for just $119.
During Sleep Outfitters President's Day sale, get any size mattress for the twin size price. That's up to 50% off most Sealy or Encore mattresses. Queen start at just $199. Now at Sleep Outfitters, the way mattress shopping should be.
All right, 2 fan favorite franchises returned to theaters this weekend. Did the superhero or the bear come out on top? Before we get to number 1, Chinese animated fantasy adventure Nagao 2 opened in 5th place. Another animated film, Dogman, fell from 1st to 4th place. Heart's Eyes landed in 3rd. Paddington in Peru debuted number 2. The 3rd film in the franchise took in $13 million. Not bad, not bad. The Captain America Brave New World easily took the top spot, opening with $88.5 million.
Did you end up going?
Opening. No, it just didn't work out this weekend for us. But I might take my son today since he doesn't have school today.
It's President's Day.
So we'll see.
Yeah, very mixed reviews
really?
from what I've seen.
Anthony?
They're like
Paddington instead.
Oh,
wow.
Anthony, our film critic said see Paddington instead.
Harsh words. But what I have found generally, because I asked people on my Facebook page last night if they saw it, I found that a lot of people kind of liked it. Like they said it was the best Marvel movie in the world, but it was okay. A lot of it feels like it's a stepping stone to something next, rather than a full sort of thing. But I haven't seen it. I still want to see it.
Yeah, I still want to see it.
Yeah.
Just check it out.
Yep.
And understand more about the Red Hulk.
You're sort of caught up.
I know.
Okay, we're going to work through it. Another big weekend for movie awards with ceremonies held on both sides of the Atlantic. Conclave won Best Film honors at the BAFTA Awards. The Vatican thriller received 4 awards, as did The Brutalist, including Best Actor for Adrian Brody and Best Director for Corbett. A Nora star, Mikey Madison, beat out Demi Moore of The Substance for the Best Actress at BAFTA, and the Writers Guild of America honored the film as well, giving Sean Baker its original screenplay award. The WGA's adapted screen trophy went to Ramel Ross for Nickel Boys. Both films are nominated in the same categories at the Oscars on March 2nd.
I haven't even heard of
I got nothing.
The Substance.
I've heard of The Substance. I've heard of all of them. Haven't seen any of them. Conclave
I've been really bad this year.
is the one I've heard the most about.
Yeah, my mom loved it.
And the one that's been raved about the most that I've heard. But I am tuned out on award show movies this year for the most part. But with the Oscars less than 2 weeks away now, we're going to focus in a little bit more on an Oscar contender coming to the small screen. A Complete Unknown hits the home video circuit this week. The Bob Dylan biopic, nominated for 8 Academy Awards, will be available from digital services February 25th, with Blu-ray releases slated for April 1st. As of right now, it will be for rent and not for free on any services, but other movies by Searchlight Pictures are streaming on Hulu.
And I really want to see that.
He's supposedly great. Even
death.
People who did not like the movie say that he was great in the movie. Generally, that's the takeaway I've heard on that one. So, no, I haven't seen any of them.
I know.
I got nothing to add.
I know.
Literally nothing.
I will. We'll see some of those at least. Season 1 of the mystery thriller series Surface left the door ajar to continue the story. And this morning, we're going to take a look at how Season 2 blows that door wide open.
You know what it feels like to not remember anything?
Most memories will never be recovered.
Your husband's not who you think he is.
Your path, it's a dangerous place to be.
I've been looking everywhere for you.
Gugu Mbatha Raw heads to London in Season 2 of Surface.
She's part of our collaboration on the story and the genesis of the series and the Season 2 story, so I think there's no one who knows more about Surface besides me and Lauren than Gugu.
Veronica West, our showrunner, has really evolved the world, built it out so much bigger.
I have to go back to where it all started, with you. With your family.
For Season 1, I was sitting on all of these secrets that I was like, oh my God, if we get a Season 2, I was like, this is going to kick off in such a huge way where like this incredibly dark family just get all of their secrets revealed.
Season 1's like a prequel to the main event, which is this, you know what I mean? Which is all of the kind of the stuff that was always there hiding in the background.
She wants to expose the whole bloody thing.
Season 2 cast additions say they love Season 1.
I just watched it because I'm a fan of the genre and I literally devour every psychological thriller that's out there.
And its star.
The British aristocracy is incredibly secretive. The Huntleys more than most.
She's such a fantastic actor and so easy to work with and would have such brilliant ideas for when we would sit down and talk through a scene.
What do you remember about your mother?
I think the Huntleys were involved with her death.
It's very nice that we get to continue to tell the story, and I think people who enjoyed the first season are going to lose their minds for the second season. I'm excited for the world to see it.
You can't fight my family. You'll never win.
Goodness, that was Jamie Tart.
I know nothing about these things.
Jamie
what
Tart
is up
from
with
Ted
the
Lasso.
movies and the shows today? I got nothing.
I do. There's too many.
There's so many.
I don't have time right now to keep up with them all.
I will tell you this: that one at least was Apple TV Plus.
Which we, as we have said,
cut above.
Shows
I don't
on
want to
Apple
be
TV
snobby
Plus
about things, you know what I mean? But it's an elevated television experience.
I agree.
In my humble opinion. Yeah. By the way, speaking of Jamie Tart, Ted Lasso, if you did not see our interview last week with Donnie Campbell, the gentleman who was the coach, the 9th grade basketball coach of Jason Sudeikis, who he based a lot of Ted Lasso upon, Highly recommend getting online and finding that because he was a delight.
Yeah. I took a short little clip and put it on. It's on my Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
But the whole interview is worth watching because
he was
just
awesome.
And he's one of those people that walked in the room, and you hear about certain people that would be like Jim Scott would walk into the room, and Jim Scott, local broadcasting legend around here, would come around and say hi to everybody. And you know, and he was one of those guys. He was like talking to everybody. He's like, "Oh my gosh, it's such an honor to be here." And we're like,
Yeah,
no, it's an honor to talk to you.
He was a really cool guy.
And the thing, especially if you're a coach or you like coaching or you like inspiration, the things that he said, or you like Jason Sudeikis and hearing stories about him, Coach Jason.
Well, just when he talked about,
fun.
you know, when he first started coaching, he worked on coaching a particular athlete for a particular sport, and then he realized it's really more about coaching the person. You know,
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It was
a great.
really cool interview if you get some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's under, Tanner said, local12.com. You go up to the 3 bars
Oh,
on the
Lord.
left-hand side. You click news, and then you go all the way down, and you'll see ARC Cincinnati, and it's there.
It's
Dominic Campbell.
It's really hard
Check
to
it
find.
out. It is, but
But you can do it. We believe
hopefully,
in you.
yeah.
All right.
And it's worth your time, I really do believe. Let's talk new music. Shakira kicked off her latest world tour just days ago in Rio de Janeiro, but she was forced to cancel her show in Peru yesterday after being hospitalized. She announced it on Instagram, saying her hospitalization was due to an abdominal condition. She says she hoped to be diagnosed as soon as possible. She also assured concert goers that her team was already working on a new show date. Shakira's world tour is expected to run through June, with her next stop being in her home country of Colombia. Fans gathered outside of the hospital to show support. Hope she's going to be okay.
The Jonas Brothers will be celebrating their 20th anniversary with their fans on March 23rd. Kevin Jonas, Joe Jonas, Nick Jonas announced they will be headlining JonasCon at New Jersey's American Dream Mall. In an Instagram statement, the brothers initially worried fans that they were breaking up in an open letter when they wrote it and put it out there, adding, quote, "Here's to the next 20 years, and here's to doing it together. The best is yet to come." So it's not a breakup letter, it's a together forever letter, which is actually a Rick Astley song. Yeah, I mean, they've all done their own things, but, you know, they've done, obviously, lots of stuff together. They seem like amiable fellows.
They do.
Big fan. Jonases or Hansons? Oh.
I'm not really into either. Is that bad?
I mean, it's not
I know
bad.
more of the Jonases, I think. Maybe because they're more recent,
Okay.
you know? I was a kind of older than the Hansons when they hit and became like...
You weren't caught up in the bop wave?
No, I mean, trust me, it was everywhere, remember? So you couldn't escape
I do.
it. But I wasn't really, no, I was not bopping.
This just in. Apparently, the Hansons have a beer called Hops.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
That's what I was just told.
I love it.
I do
Why
too.
not?
And I think I give.
Why don't we have a Joe Brew? A Joe Bros.
It's,
Joe Brews.
it's probably. I
don't
mean,
know.
why wouldn't that be in the works
Joe Bros
already?
Brew.
I lean Hansons for some reason.
okay.
I think because I find that particular song
Bop.
to be so good. I don't know that I could name another one.
I don't
I
name
think
anybody
that's the
anyway,
one.
But I would know them if you played them. I'd be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I get very confused when
Oh.
the Jonas Brothers have individual songs, and then there's like One
Oh,
Direction.
whether
and
it's-
and then they have individual. I can't
Yeah.
tell you which is who and who's them.
That was like if it was like an individual DeBarge, or if it was DeBarge the
Oh my
band.
gosh, I love DeBarge.
Oh.
80s.
Remember Who's Johnny from Short Circuit? Man, that was a great tune.
What was the one where they were dancing in the streets? Oh gosh.
That was it. You and me. No, Dancing in the Sheets, I believe.
No, that's a different band.
That's
Rhythm of the Night,
Shalimar.
Rhythm of the Night. Thank you.
Shalimar?
I'm thinking of the video where they're actually. It's Rhythm of the Night.
Oh.
Feel the beat of the
Was
rhythm of the
Shalimar,
night.
did Shalimar do Dancing in the Sheets?
I don't know.
What did Shalimar do? I don't know. We'll look it up during the break. We'll also talk about our end of show post during the break, and I'm sure we'll come up with something riveting when we come back in just a minute.
El DeBarge, me and my
Shalimar.
jelly
What did
bracelets.
Shalimar say?
Stay ahead of your child's moderate to severe eczema with Dupixent as they welcome the feeling of touch with clear skin and less itch. The #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists helps heal their skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your child's doctor about Dupixent.
Of moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. But thanks to Skyrizi and clearer skin, I'm all in. With Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin. And many even achieved 100% clear skin.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
With Skyrizi, nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your dermatologist about Skyrizi today.
Why is Red so good? So annoying.
Buttery, salty show-offs.
I love them.
Is that a smile?
This is a salty club.
Salty. You're gonna get us kicked out.
So?
That's better.
Loved by everyone, even the saltiest.
These hands care for the herd. My hands need to be tough and sensitive. When my hands are dry and cracking, it's hard to do my job. That's why I use O'Keeffe's.
It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief.
And if it works for these hands, it'll work for yours.
Also try our new hand and body lotion.
If you're a Warren County veteran who needs help obtaining VA benefits, transportation to medical appointments, or emergency financial assistance, Warren County Veteran Services is here to serve you. Look out for our new outreach vehicle traveling throughout Warren County and learn more about how Warren County Veteran Services Office can help veterans and their families while also providing a direct link to local, state, and federal veterans benefits. We're veterans helping veterans. To learn more, call Warren County Veteran Services Office at 513-695-2717. At Lindner Center of Hope, we're more than a mental health center. We're your steadfast source of clarity, hope, and guidance. Our commitment to individualized mental health care is unwavering. We prioritize your well-being through innovative treatments and compassionate expertise. Every journey is unique. We see you and offer a nurturing light along your path to mental health and healing. Lindner Center of Hope, illuminating pathways to a healthier, happier community. Visit us at LindnerCenterofHope.org. Your journey to hope starts here.
Not bad.
Ooh, hey.
Hey. Welcome back, everybody. I believe that is that the Earth Cam
Looks like it.
shot? I thought so. And I tell you what, and I'm going to get up closer to the screen so I can see this. You can always kind of tell just how high it is when you can't see any of the steps of the serpentine wall.
Right.
And I don't think you can see a single layer of the steps right now. Yeah, that river is really, really high down there. Certainly something to keep in mind. We did have one water rescue in our area near the Little Miami River. Milford had to go out. The guys from Milford Fire had to go out and help some folks who have been camping out in the park. Got a little too close. Water came up and had to be helped out. But just be really, really careful because the water levels are going to remain high throughout the week. We've got more snow coming. Tara Blake will be back in a bit, and she'll tell us about that. Well, apparently, there's a four-legged, furry chocoholic in the Cornhusker State. An opossum. Or just possum, was rescued by the Nebraska Wildlife Rehab after it ate an entire chocolate cake from Costco.
What?
Vets say the possum was mobile and alert, but was panting pretty heavily. I'm the same way when I eat an entire chocolate cake.
The chocolate sweats.
They say the possum needs a little rehab, change of diet. Before returning to the wild, the rehab group joked that the possum is rather cranky about its zero chocolate policy.
Where did it get the Costco chocolate cake? Like, was it hiding out?
Did it break into a Costco? Yeah, I don't know.
Did somebody throw out a chocolate
They're
cake?
scary looking.
They are, especially if you run upon one at like night. Oh my gosh.
If you get between that possum and a chocolate cake,
I'm leaving the cake, man.
I'm abandoning that cake.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I'm glad it's okay because chocolate, is not good for dogs, so I can imagine it's not good for most animals. What?
I just don't know if that crossover is that a thing? Is it bad for all animals? Or is it just because it ate a whole cake?
I would assume that,
we're animals. I like chocolate.
We have a much different digestive system.
I would say possums probably have different ones than dogs.
I don't know. All I know is that they tell you, even though my dogs have eaten entire batches of chocolate chip cookies, most dogs are not supposed to eat chocolate.
Correct.
And so, therefore, a small animal eating an entire chocolate cake is probably not good.
This just in.
Okay. What?
Intolerance to chocolate is common in most mammals. Okay. So there you go. But I am a mammal. I don't know if you've noticed.
But you would probably have the sweats and not feel good and be panting if you ate an entire chocolate cake your size and it's a small thing. I don't know. This is nothing against Costco chocolate cakes.
This possum moment brought to you by chocolate cakes.
Okay, here's another animal moment for you. The Earth's magnetic field is triggering a superpower in sea turtles. Loggerhead sea turtles have the ability to find nesting and feeding areas without landmarks. A new study shows they actually memorize magnetic fields to help them find food after migrating. Researchers say captive juvenile loggerheads will dance in a particular movement pattern in response to magnetic cues. The process reminds them where they got previous meals.
See, like there's a great example. Like that turtle can recognize magnetic stuff.
Right.
Its feelings about chocolate, I have no idea.
You probably should not give a turtle
But isn't that kind of cool?
I think
that
it's
certain
really
animals can
amazing.
detect certain things that we would not be able to detect.
Absolutely.
It's super neat.
I would love to be on a beach where they're doing a release of the, you know how they...
Where they all kind of get out,
yeah,
all the
they
little
help them
babies.
all
The little babies.
Get to see, you know.
Yeah, it is kind of neat.
You're-
Did we decide how we're going to word this question
no,
yet?
I don't know how to word it.
Okay.
We have a question of the day. We just can't figure out how to word this.
The way to word it. So we'll start kind of like we did the baking question last week, where we'll just kind of find our way. So we had some guests on this morning from La Comedia Dinner Theatre, where they're doing Jersey Boys, right? So you're talking about Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Then we ended up talking about the Jonas Brothers, which led us into a discussion of the Hanson Brothers, which then somehow got us to DeBarge, which then took us to Shalimar. What do those things mean? We don't really know. But Jen, take it from there.
Oh, that's me. You left me with the trying to figure out how to word this. So in case this is your first time joining us, we ask a question at the end of the show. I'm buying myself time every day.
Yes.
And we put it on our Facebook page, Arc Cincinnati with Bob and Jen.
Good.
And it will just say Monday's end of show post. And so today we would like you to comment and tell us your favorite.
Is boy band the right way to say it?
Boy band.
I don't know if that's right though. That doesn't feel right to me.
We were thinking, he was thinking like quartets, like you got Frankie Valli, you've got the Four Seasons, but then we were talking about the Jonas Brothers, but they're three. But we were thinking the Beatles could be included in that, even though they're not technically a boy band. So,
or are they a boy band?
I mean,
maybe they are. Maybe they were the first boy band.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Your music group,
If we
but
just say
all
music
male?
group, like all groups, like rock groups.
Give us your favorite boy bands, and we're gonna just boy bands.
Do you like music?
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I started having knee pain in my early 50s. I'm Phil Simms, pro football legend and TV analyst. My knee pain would wake me up during the middle of the night. It hurt me every time I played sports, if it was basketball, tennis, and even golf. I quit being active, and it got to a point where I want to be active, and that's why I'm sitting here today.
Arthritis Knee Pain Centers uses an image-guided procedure that allows them to place an all-natural cushioning gel directly into the affected joint, restoring mobility and relieving your pain without surgery or downtime. It's covered by Medicare and most private insurance.
It even hurt when I was walking on the treadmill. I never thought about having surgery because I didn't want to go through the pain or the recovery. I just know how hard that is because I've been through enough of it. Then I found Arthritis Knee Pain Centers.
At Arthritis Knee Pain Centers, our FDA-approved non-surgical procedure replenishes the missing cushioning fluid to provide you with pain relief, comfort, and improved mobility without surgery or downtime.
If you have knee pain, don't wait. Call Arthritis Knee Pain Centers right now.
Call 800-507-1406.
After a couple of days, I knew the treatment was going to work. I think what really surprised me is how easy it was and how there was no pain to the treatment. I'm very happy because now I'm more active in my life, and I love it. I have no pain. That's gone away, and I got to tell you, I feel great. I'm back to playing a little tennis. I played pickleball, which I said I would never do, and psychologically, it's just made me feel better in life. You know, I wake up and go, well, if I have a little free time, I'll be active today, where in the past, I would not.
Remember, our non-surgical procedure is covered by Medicare and most private insurance.
Arthritis Knee Pain Centers, they relieved my pain and changed my life. I'm playing tennis again. They got me back in the game.
Call Arthritis Knee Pain Centers now and schedule your no-charge, no-obligation knee pain screening. Call 800-507-1406. That's 800-507-1406.